Beginning to settle into the space you're in this moment. Allowing yourself to be supported by the earth. Noticing how she holds you and creates a nest just for you. Maybe even be aware of how relaxation can be difficult to find. So maybe you just let go a little bit. Maybe there's the tiniest bit of release. That's fine. That's where you're at in this moment. Beginning to connect with your breath. The rise and the fall of the inhale and the exhale. Feeling into the rhythm of your breath. As easily as you would notice the wind. There is no right or wrong here. There simply is what is arising for you in this moment. Maybe you begin to connect with a gentle and easy breath. See if that's even accessible to you. Releasing expectation. If you like, close the eyes or soften and lower the gaze. Maybe you notice shapes and colors if the eyes are slightly open. Just a fuzzy sense of that. If the eyes are closed, maybe you notice light and shadow, neon clouds and shapes at the back of the eyes, even constellations. Being aware of how even when we soften or close the eyes, we still are connected with the light. We still are receiving information. As we begin to honor Imbolc, this light in the darkness, connect with a sense of starting to stretch and wake up. So in this moment we're settling in, but Imbolc is that little yawn at the end of winter. We've turned inward, we've rested. And this is just our body beginning to stretch and wake up. So as we connect with this Imbolc energy in this moment, maybe you bring to mind the idea of a flickering light. It could be a candle, a little tea light, a torch, or even a bonfire. Noticing what resonates for you. Maybe visuals don't even connect and you have a sense of the smell of the fire, of the crackling sound, of the warmth. Just connecting in the way that honors your experience. Imbolc energy is that light in the darkness. It is that sense of the purple and pink lights just before dawn stretching across the sky. But it also connects with planting little seedlings, reaching into the earth and connecting with her energy. So we can begin to nourish and grow what comes ahead in the spring and the busier times. So noticing both in this moment. Noticing the parts of yourself that are grounded. Maybe even that feel heavy. And the parts of yourself that are awake or alive. Just being aware of how you show up in this moment. And knowing this is your practice. And it's perfect just as it is. We're going to begin to move through the body. And as we journey, maybe you connect with these sense of tiny little flickering lights across the body. Perhaps there's a sense of warmth or vibrance, even a sense of wonder. Again, just noticing what arises for you without an expectation. Maybe with just a gentle sense of curiosity. And continuing to connect with that breath. And allowing yourself to weave in and out of attention Maybe you lose your place. Just pick up wherever you realize you're coming back to awareness. This is how brains work. So let's be loving to them. Take a few more breaths at your own pace. And begin to connect with a sense of light just above the head, flickering and dancing. Moving to the forehead and the left eyebrow, the right temple and the left, both eyelids and eyelashes, the skin beneath the eyes, the right cheek and the left nostril and the right. The space between the eyebrows, the bridge of the nose and the tip of the nose. The sides of the jaw and the tip of the chin, the upper lip and the lower lip, upper teeth and the lower teeth, and a tiny little flame at the roof of your mouth and resting on the tongue. Moving your awareness to both ears and the skin beneath the ears, the front and the back of the neck. Maybe connecting with that sense of warmth, that sense of light. Coming to the space between the collarbones, feeling that flickering flame. Moving across the right collarbone to the right shoulder, the upper arm and the lower arm. The back of the hand and the palm of the hand, the outer edges and the heel. And lights illuminating the ends of the pinky and the ring finger, the middle finger, the pointer, and the thumb. Maybe even the spaces between the fingers. Flicker and light. Feeling all 5 fingers alive. Sensing their vibrance. Moving awareness back up through the wrist, the elbow, the armpit. The sides of the right ribs, and the side of the torso. Maybe each rib has its own flickering light. Connecting with the left ribs and the side of the left chest. Moving back up to that space between the collarbones. Across the left collarbone to the left shoulder. The upper arm and the lower arm. The back of the hand and the palm of the hand. The outer edge of the palm and the heel of the palm. The thumb and pointer finger. Middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger. All 5 fingers and the spaces between flickering and dancing with light, with possibility. And now all 10 fingers and the spaces between. Feeling that sense of sensation with these parts of our body that connect us most easily with the tactile world. And then moving your awareness back up through the left wrist, and elbow and armpit, to the middle of the sternum. Maybe this is where you notice your heart center. Perhaps instead of a tiny flickering light, there is a bonfire. Warming and dancing, crackling, feeling the smell of the smoke, maybe noticing the wood come to life and release. And feeling that warmth of your heart center alive, engaged. Knowing that you can come back to this passion, to the love the heart has for you at any time. And beginning to move your awareness down through the solar plexus, the sides of the waist, left and right. The belly button, the abdomen, and the base of the pelvic bowl. Noticing any sex organs or reproductive organs that are present or aren't present. Just being curious. Bringing your awareness to the right hip, thigh and hamstring, shin and calf, the top of the foot and the sole of the foot. the outer edge and the inner arch, the big toe and second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth, and the spaces between each toe. Feeling that light. At the end of each toe, the 5 toes together. Bringing your awareness back up through the heel, the knee, to the right side of the pelvis, and then to the left. The left hip, thigh and hamstring, shin and calf, the top of the foot and the sole of the foot, the outer edge and the inner arch, the big toe and second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth, the spaces between, all 5 toes at once, and then all 10 toes. And then all 20 toes and fingers that connect us with the world, that connect us with our senses. And moving your awareness back up through the left heel and ankle, the knee, all the way up to the glutes and the base of the spine, the sacrum. Imagining tiny little tea lights up each vertebra, a pathway in the darkness. Maybe even lights at the flanks of the low back, left and right, up to the mid-back and the shoulder blades, the well of the right shoulder blade and the well of the left, and that point between the shoulder blades, a flickering light just there. And feeling that light being in connection and fed with the energy of that heart center on the other side of the body, as though they are dancing together, like a bifrost connected. Moving up to the nape of the neck, the base of the scalp, the back of the head, the sides of the head, all the way to the top of the head and to that light just above. And imagining you can look down on the body, seeing the dancing of each light, the possibility, their rhythms, as gentle and as easy as that breath moving through your body, as the wind through the trees. And then connecting not only with those tiny lights throughout that body, through the sense of integration, that sense of wholeness in every part of who you are, lit up, alive. And then coming back to the center of that bonfire. Maybe for you, it's outside, it's alive, it's crackling, connecting with the night sky, or it's a hearth fire, inside and protected, warming the room around you. Noticing what sensation resonates with your heart in this moment. Again, no right or wrong, no good or bad, just is. And as we connect with the heart, with this warmth, with this spark of energy, give the heart the mic. Maybe in the flames you see images, or even in the smoke above. Maybe the crackling of the fire speaks to you. Or perhaps you just have a sense of emotion, of feeling, of an experience. Being aware of how your heart shows up in this moment. We have a skull brain and a gut brain, but the heart brain, whew, man, that's just too sweet. So allowing that heart to be nourished, feeding that flame, and noticing how it spreads out to the connection of those tea lights and then back in. Always in a dance, always in a rhythm. Sacred. Unique to you. Take a breath here. Feeling the essence of that light, of that spark. That moment of inspiration, of intuition. And begin to bring your awareness back to the body in this moment. Maybe you notice some shifts or changes. Maybe you don't, and that's okay. Feeling into the earth beneath you. Maybe even imagining beneath each light there has been a seed of inspiration, a seed of knowledge planted around the body. And this light is incubating those seeds, allowing a sense of growth to happen beneath you and within you. Finding a space of ease, however that is accessible to you in this moment, in this breath. And I want you to take 4 breaths in and out at your own pace. And on the next inhale, breathe and let out the most delicious, nourishing sigh you have access to. Maybe even noticing in this moment how your light, how your shine can illuminate the space around you. How this isn't just for you, it nourishes you. How when you shine, others catch it. It's contagious. Feeding that light. We're going to begin to come back into this present moment, but know that you can return at any time to the bonfire of the heart, to the hearth of the heart, to these lights of sensation weaving and dancing together. Maybe as we connect these pieces, you start at the left foot, the light's there, moving all the way up just above the top of the head, back down to the right foot, across to the left hand, over to the right hand, and back to that left foot. And that sense of fire, of sacred flame at the heart center. Breathing in and breathing out. Beginning to bring your awareness to the sensations you're experiencing in this moment. The sounds, the textures, maybe even smells or taste. Once more, beginning to notice the light behind the eyes or the soft shadows of shape and color if the eyes are slightly open. In your own time, begin to wiggle those fingers, feeling that sense of warmth and light at the end. Wiggling the toes, maybe even circling ankles and wrists. And if you'd like, roll over onto your side. It doesn't matter which one. Integrating whatever awareness spoke to you with that sense of once more being held with the earth. Remember, she's got you. In your own time, and as you're ready, begin to roll up to a seated position, supporting the body. Breathe in and breathe out. And so it is. This Nidra is complete. Happy Imbolc, y'all.